Hey, good people, what's going on? Once again, you are with On Time Realty Solutions. As always, I'm Joseph McLemore, aka the champion of real estate. I got my partner right here with me, Jay Good. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, people out there? Another show
Yes,
for you
sir.
today.
Another show. Today we just want to kind of touch on, what it's like going through foreclosure. What are the mental hurdles, gymnastics, feelings that you go through while dealing with this. Now, as we always tell you guys, we are here to provide real estate information and help and solutions for people that may be, going through any type of real estate problem. And this is one of the big things we deal with. We talk to a lot of people that are in foreclosure. We do a lot of calling and receive inbound calls of people that are trying to figure out what to do. And we just kind of want to touch on that because we know as a lot of people are hurting, we wanted to just kind of say, like, we understand that pain because me and my partner have both been through foreclosure before. We went through it during the big burst, I should say, during the big real estate recession in
Oh
06,
seven,
07 era.
yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
and
Yeah,
yeah. It was a thing, like me and him have both talked about, with each other personally about how that felt, and being, especially being, no, not but just being two prideful men, just having to deal with that. It really messes with your mental state. But one of the big things we've always talked about, we figured out as we got past that, is that it does get better. It's not,
definitely.
what you're going through is not an example of who you are. And we just kind of wanted to talk about that. We like to liken it to the stages of grief. It's literally just like
Yeah,
stages of grief,
similar.
or it's extremely similar. The stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and then finally acceptance. And we noticed that in a lot of sellers we talk to. We first call them, they're extremely angry. How'd you get my number? What are you doing calling me? Yada yada yada. And then the next portion, or I should say denial. First they deny, I should say, I messed that up. First they deny that they're even in foreclosure or that they need any help. Then they get angry about you calling and ask for help. Then they start to bargain. Now they may not bargain with us, they may bargain with the bank, bargaining
I
for
did
more.
it.
You
I
did
did the
it?
denial. Yeah.
How was yeah. How'd you handle your denial stage?
I just conversations with people who've been through it before, older people. At the time, I was a lot younger, um,
Mm-hmm.
going through it. So I just took advice from people who've been through it. Someone that I really respected that was really accomplished. Once they gave me their story, I was like, oh, okay, well, because you get the feeling like it's a failure feeling. It's a
Yeah.
bunch of feelings balled up in one, and that first thing is just denial. The denial coming to your mind. Well, I got this. You think a miracle's coming through the mailbox. Who knows? I got this, or I can get out of this, or something. That's where
Right.
the denial comes from. I just dealt with it by talking to a person who's been through it before and laid out all the steps and how to go. What would be the best decision for me in that situation? So that's end up
Okay.
what. And I didn't actually ever
Okay.
been through a foreclosure. I was in pre and in early in the foreclosure. I decided to short sale because
Okay.
everyone
For
knows.
me,
Like at that time, I owned a couple of properties, and at that time, um, a lot of people were underwater in that real estate crash that
everybody.
happened. So I had a
So
property,
many people
two
going through the same
properties
thing.
that was no equity. I was negative equity. That's what underwater means. So yeah, just talking to someone that, because it's the highs and the lows from being accomplished. I bought a multi-unit. I bought another property, like, sense of accomplishment, and then that comes.
Right.
So,
Right.
and then you looked around and everybody was going through it. So it wasn't like
You
it was
wasn't
me. So
alone.
that's how I
You
dealt with
wasn't
the
alone.
denial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, the
Everyone's
denial.
situation different. At the time I was a
Very true.
young man, single, no kids. So mine was a big pride hit to my pride. But as I talk to people, I always put myself in their place. I just can just imagine going through that with kids and a family, and you looking at little kids in their room, and you about to lose your home. Like,
Right.
I can just
Right.
imagine the stress that puts you under. And like I said,
That
I was
heavy
young,
weight,
single,
man.
and I wasn't in that situation, but I've been through something similar. So I do understand, and I put myself in that place. And being a father and married now, like I said, I can just imagine going through that.
Figure it out. Yeah, for me, the denial stage was almost ignoring it.
Mhm.
Just not believing it was even happening. You know what
Yep.
I mean? It was just literally like
Yeah.
like you said, kind of how you said, I'm figuring out it's gonna work out, but just really just ignoring like this ain't going on. Like I ended up in with an adjustable rate, and when everything went left, my rate kept climbing up, and it just started getting to a stage where couldn't afford the mortgage. And so it just kind of just went through the denial stage of, man, it's gonna change, it's gonna adapt, whatever the case
Yeah.
may be.
Yep.
It's gonna start going down again, and
Yep.
that was not
The
the case. So I
government
was
gonna
just,
step in or something.
yeah, yeah, just was not believing it, man. And, just going through. I was going through with my mom at the time. I had my mom buy her first house, and it was just like even just not even ready to have. I was like, I'm just gonna focus on work. So she
Hmm.
would have sit down. She would want to sit down and have a conversation. I'm like, I ain't talking to you about this. I'm just moving forward, And then that transferred to the next stage, which was anger. And then, like for me, my anger stage was just being pissed at the bank, like,
They don't
pissed
want to
at the
help.
realtor. Yeah, I'm pissed at the bank. I'm pissed at the realtor
Mm.
for getting us to sign up for this rate. I'm pissed at the lender. Nobody explained this to us. Even though I
Yep.
signed the paperwork, it
Yep.
was on me. You know what I mean? So how'd you feel your anger stage?
Same thing. To me, talking to the bank, because once I what's called kind of putting your head in the sand, I kind of never went through that because I'm just not that type of person. I like to hit everything head on, but a lot of people are there don't like confrontation, and that's kind of confrontation. So most people that we talk to, as well as I do, they go through that putting your head in the sand stage where they just don't want to phone off. Uh, all the mails piling up. You don't even want to check the mail. You know it ain't gonna be no good news. 9 times out of 10, if you're late on your mortgage payment, you're late on a lot of other things too. So
Exactly.
head in the sand, you don't want to do it. I didn't really go through that part of it, but my anger came from talking to the bank. Like, why can't y'all just? I had adjustable too, like most people back then. Why can't y'all just, give me a fixed rate? And obviously, I gave you my documents, adjusted. Why would you want to take my homes? Like that was my anger toward the bank,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Gotcha.
actually couldn't have it toward the realtor because they ghosted.
Hey,
Number
they all disappeared.
It was a
They all
broker for
disappeared.
Countrywide, which Countrywide was one of the worst. It's crazy because we see Countrywide stuff popping up now. This
Yeah.
stuff and it's all type of weird stuff happening. They were horrible. One of my places was from Countrywide. The broker, that guy, he just was gone and the number off. So I couldn't have no anger toward him. So I just took it all
Wow.
out on the bank, like like cursing them out. Like you're not gonna lie, like yeah, yeah, y'all scumbags. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, they get the
so
business. Hey, so it sound like you had a mix. You was bargaining. You went to the next stage of bargaining, but you was arguing. You was angry and pissed at them at the same time.
yep,
That was kind of me too.
exactly.
Same here. Like just pissed arguing with them. Wonder why they not working with us. We had another realtor kind of come along and try and help. We were bargaining with them. We're looking at trying to do a short set, kind of situation or whatnot. But yeah, no, my bargaining was definitely mixed with a little bit of anger as well, where it's just like, okay, that stage was very short lived because, like you said, I think it was so many people going through it. A lot of people didn't have the options that you kind of have now. You get some extra steps that you kind of do because, back then the banks are just overwhelmed with people that
Hmm.
were in that situation.
Yep,
So they couldn't give it. It wasn't as much bargaining or workarounds that they could do or help that they could provide because they were already overloaded. I remember
yep.
like they were back. The foreclosure loans were backed up like a year
Backed
or
up.
two. Like, it
They're
was
getting
silly,
like
man.
stormable properties. Yeah, and
Yeah.
now, and like we said, a lot of people were underwater back then too. So I would have loved, like I said, I talked to was able to have some people around me, professional, successful people in the real estate world that basically taught me through it. Like you could recover from this. Like I was went through this 5 years ago and I recovered. So I was able to short sell both, get out of it, walked away with a little bit of money, bank, gave me some money to leave or whatever. So I walked away with a little bit of money, and under like altogether like under $6,000, I was able to find how to fix my credit, get this short sale off. I had it off within like the short sales. I had them off within like 3 months, which they're supposed to stay there for
Nice.
7 years. I got them off because he taught me how to do that, and I was right back in the thick of things. Like
Nice.
within 9 months, I was right back in the thick of things. Buy again if I wanted to. So that's why I always tell people you can recover. It's not, and think now, look, champ, how many times have we seen people walk away and leave 6 figures on the table for
Six
whatever
figures in
reason, thinking
equity.
something was gonna come through at the end? Like I said, I started over with about $6,000. Like there's literally people
No,
leaving 80,000, 90,000 on the table. Even
he's
if it's 20,
120,000.
30,000, that's a good start to get back into the thick of things. Yeah, go
Yeah.
get a place for you and your family, do whatever. And most people try
You
to
start
hold
over.
out thinking, oh, if I got $200,000 equity, I should get that whole 200,000. That's not how the real estate markets
Not
work.
much gonna work. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
your
gotta
house
give a little.
isn't.
You might
Yeah,
have to give a little to get a lot.
yeah, your house isn't fixed up to the standard of what those other homes are selling on the market for. What you thinking you have in equity, you're giving the top notch value of your house. A lot of people don't realize that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and I think
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of people have a problem getting to that last stage of
Yeah.
acceptance of the situation. You know what I mean? Because they're in that they're trapped in the depression stage. They're still stuck in that
Mhm.
stage. You know, like that depressive stage of, like you said, whether it be feeling like you're failing your family, failing yourself. Like I know you had a good conversation with your mom that helped bring you out because
Mhm.
you went through it. Did you feel like you went through a stage of depression? I know you not. I know you a very strong willed man, and not a head in the sand. But I know like when we
I
talked, it
probably
seemed like
did. I
yeah,
probably Truth be told, I probably didn't look at it as like that. I probably
right.
placed it somewhere else, going to the gym or something. I probably was hitting weights real hard, getting it out. Or I probably drunk a little too much at that time.
Yeah.
Like I probably did, but I hit it in other ways where you just
Mm,
think is there. But I probably did. And to add to those stages, you go through an embarrassment stage too, especially if people find out. People are calling you, sending email. You think they know all your business, like you mentioned before. That's the first thing. How did you get my number? As soon as you get 30 days, it's public notice and it's on record. No one's researching you, trying to find you. And I will say, although we do have a lot of people that don't have as many morals or integrity in this business, we have a lot that do, and we
that do
like
not
to
care.
hold
Very
ourselves to
true.
that standard. So when
That's
people are
very
reaching
true.
out to you, they're really reaching out to you to help. Bottom line, I talk to people all the time that I could probably pounce on and we can make a buck off, but they might be a program out there they haven't heard of. I'm like, go research this program. I think you qualify for it. If you don't, then come back and talk to us. So there's
Yeah.
people out here in this space that operate with integrity. It's not what people think. Everyone's not a shark trying to suck your equity out your home.
No,
Like it's not
that's a
like
man.
that.
Like you
It
said,
ain't.
we tell people all the time, like 85% of the people that we talk to do not want to sell or lose their home. So,
Mhm.
let's take every step we can take to
Every
make
step.
sure you don't have to do that. But if you find out that you can't do anything to keep the home, that kind of leads to that last stage is acceptance. Like it may be okay. And I know it's gonna suck, it's gonna hurt, but it may be the best route for you and your family to accept selling the home, collecting some of your equity, and starting somewhere fresh.
And most
Like
people I know I talk to down the road, not only are they glad they did it, they end up in a better situation.
yep.
Probably got a better home, better
Especially
price,
if you got
better
especially
mortgage, and you learn from your
exactly.
mistakes. Like it's
Yeah.
not, yeah. And like we've put this on other videos on this channel, but the earlier you start,
More
the
options.
better it is as far as exercising your options, because then you can exhaust all options and you can come to us. You might not choose us, maybe another company. And then even your options of selling could be better. Your house might be in good enough condition where we can put it on the market for you and get more of your equity.
Just top dollar.
You never
And
know, but if you wait till your auction date's 3 weeks away, you pretty much got one option when it comes to buying your home. And so in this business, the people who act early, the sellers who are in foreclosure, I've seen have had the best options and they come out best. You got more time to plan for your next stage, all that. When you wait till the last minute, that's the worst thing you can do. There's
it's
not
all
a
your leverage.
it's not a stimulus check that's getting ready to get cut to help you say that situation. So unless you know you got something rock solid that's gonna come through, an uncle who promised to lend you or give you the money or something, he's just waiting for his 401k to give him the money or something like that. Something like that. Even then, he might change his mind. so,
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
yeah, it's not. You'd be surprised how many people have been through similar situations as you. You're not the only one. You'd be shocked,
Nothing. Yeah, you
shocked,
definitely
like how many people have went through this situation. It's not just you. You're not a failure. Life just happened, and you can always bounce back and move on. Yeah.
yeah.
Like
It's
you said,
just things are
advice my mom gave me was just, you can always buy another house. Like, that's what she said. Like you're getting emotionally attached to something that's material at
yeah.
place. Like,
The
and that's
same way you
basically
bought the
what it
first one,
boils down to.
same way you bought the first two, you can buy another.
And like I said, I was back in the position like 9 months from then to where I could have bought. I just waited till prices got a little better than they were at that point. I knew, it's like I said, I had advice and mentors to tell me, okay, this house, if I were you, I would wait because you can get that house for cheaper if you just wait till next year.
Mm,
So that's why I waited a little longer to buy again. But I really could have bought again in like 9 months. That was after a short sale. So
that's fast, man.
like I
That's
couldn't imagine if I could have sold a house and got $100,000, $80,000. Uh, like,
hey,
especially at that
would
time with that cash, I could have
would have
went
been a good year. Would have been a good year.
right, and that's not blowing the money. That's doing positive things to help
Yeah,
get back to where I needed to be. Like that would have been so much more boost. Like I said, so yeah, you're not. That's just we just want to do this video to let people know those stages that you're going through are normal.
it's
Um,
totally normal.
yeah, everyone's gonna have those. Those are just human emotions for the most part.
Exactly.
Buying a
Exactly.
home
Yes.
is part of the quote unquote American dream that we're taught growing up and stuff. So when you got to that place where you could buy a home and you're so proud to lose that thing, it's gonna have an effect on you. It's
Yeah.
no different. It's gonna be a feeling of failure. It's like being in a marriage that doesn't make it. You gotta get divorced. You,
Yeah.
that's something people don't
Even
talk
when the
about either. You
marriage
feel
even
like
when
a
the marriage
marriage
is
failed.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you failed. Right.
Yeah.
But
It's
nah,
okay.
it's human emotions. Human
Yeah.
emotions. I said like
Yeah. Just like my partner said, understand you guys are not alone when you're going through this. Like,
yeah,
like there are a lot of people that are going through this. Foreclosure has been on the rise. They have by about 10% year over year. So they've been on the rise. So more people are going through this than they weren't going through it before. Idea is just to understand that you not only are you not alone, you have a lot of options. The earlier that you take advantage of them, the better. Um, to hopefully, like you see this, no matter what stage you're in, you understand that you can maneuver out of that stage one way or another. The pain's going to end. You just get the cool thing with this type of pain is you get to choose when it's going to end. You just got to
yeah,
figure out what your options going to be. So understand that, like you said, like my partner says, some people are going to be calling ready to help. Yeah, there are some sharks in the water, but a lot of these people are calling to try and help you. So, man, if this happens to reach you and you got a friend or family that's going through this, please have them send them this video.
send in the video, or if it's you, reach out to us. We give no strings attached consultation. We give you advice from our experience and what we've been through, and we're gonna try to lead you in the best way possible.
Exactly. So make sure you
Info
guys click
info will be down below.
info below, click the links, like, click subscribe, and share. And as always, guys, keep y'all head up and peace. We'll see y'all next
Peace.
time.